Hello and welcome, disc golf fans, to the front nine coverage of round 2 of the 2021 Idlewild Open presented by Dynamic Discs. I'm Brian Earhart, joined here again by Nate Perkins. Nate, we have another awesome card of, we said at the first round, a lot of differing play styles. We get another treat of a card here in our chase.
We do, Brian. We're going to see a lot of different styles trying to hit gaps. I love the way people try to hit gaps, whether they try to hit them flat or force something stable through them.
And we have all sorts of that here. We have Chris Clemons, the lefty, Ezra Robinson, Tim Barham, Eagle McMahon.
Well, great to see Tim Barham back playing some good golf. He took a month off due to a shoulder injury. 9 down is nothing to mess around with at Idlewild.
He's a fantastic woods player, and we'll see him carve up the woods here. Starting off with number 1. Seems to get eagled every year a few times.
Yeah, Kevin Jones was the only person to eagle it during round 1 yesterday.
It all really depends on what the wind is doing.
Yeah, we had a little bit of a headwind today.
Yeah.
Pretty rare wind, actually, for this course.
There also seems to be strange weather every single time we come here. Pretty simple.
I'm looking forward to see Chris attack the front. He shot 7 down on the front yesterday, so looking to see how he went about that.
Representing Team Prodigy, Ezra Robinson.
And we've seen Ezra before. This kid rips. Absolute cannon of an arm.
He's a pretty quick player as well. He doesn't think about it for very long. Doesn't take long on his putts. Look how high that is.
Oh, and it was still panning a little bit. You could tell it was a little high for what he wanted. That's fine. That should be a chip shot.
Oh, that covered ground for being 60 feet in the air.
Yeah.
Up third out of White Lake, Michigan, representing Team DiscDot, Tim Barham.
You're going to see a lot of Buzz SS, a lot of Undertaker. Tim likes to throw few molds, but he knows them inside and out and is a fantastic shot shaper and scrambler. Never has the biggest distance, but always seems to put it in play.
Rounding out the 134 grouping out of Boulder, Colorado, returning Idlewild champion, Eagle McMahon.
I really can't help but be excited to watch him throw for 18 holes.
Well, especially starting off on number 1. This is like a par 3 for him.
And this is the new S-Line DD3. The
so
Italian
little
blend.
hyzer flip. He's lining up that sharp hyzer he's been liking this year. I've been told this Italian blend plastic makes everything a little bit more stable.
Yeah, the DD3 seemed to be flying a bit more stable than the Cloudbreaker.
Oh, but look at that steep hyzer, and it's still pushing over. Oh, Nate, that's got to sit down.
Oh, it does.
Oh, and he gets the clap, but unfortunate red flag. He's going to have to get up and down for a 4.
Had Tim just kind of given that zone a little too much time to hyzer out.
He was trying to throw that real floaty nose up anhyzer line, which a lot of zone throwers like to put on it. We are going to see some scrappy sidearms today. That's for sure. Let's see how far away Eagle is from the basket. Oh, he's still about 80.
It's just still astounding that he can spin it like that without
Straddle?
jumping even. Yeah, just straddling and it just flew so fast.
Ooh.
That's kind of a scary one to really run at.
Yeah, you could tell he was trying to give it kind of a safe bid, and it was a little bit too safe. Here's Chris for a birdie. This is something that I've noticed about Chris is every time there's like a tweener hole, you know, where people it averages around 3, but there's some people who take a silly 4 on it. He almost never seems to take those silly 4s, and that's why he consistently shoots solid numbers. Simple backhand, chip shot, forehand, 15-footer. Couple of pars from Tim and Eagle, and we are going to move into hole number 2, 601 feet. There's a lot of these little technical placement par 4s where the second shot is trickier than you'd expect.
Yeah, you really want to push this one as close to the sidewalk and as right as possible to give yourself a better angle.
And this is about as stock of a shot as you can throw on this hole. Left side, baby hyzer. That's perfect position for Chris. And this is, I think this is a fast driver coming out of Ezra's hand. He likes to go aggressive on these shots. And if that flattens, it should slide up there
Climb
nicely.
the hill a little bit.
Not terrible.
Yeah. That slope can make this approach tricky. Tim is super comfortable in this forehand range right here.
Yeah,
he's got that 330 pocket down.
Oh, yeah. Tim has an extremely underrated sidearm. He has all sorts of trick shots from that angle. He has tomahawks, forehand rollers. Michigan has a lot of strangely shaped wooded courses, not to insult them, but there's a lot of technical players. Like Marweedy comes out of...
Very technical.
Exactly.
Klein as well. And, yeah, Barham has been winning A-tiers in Michigan for years now.
Long time. And
look at that.
Speaking of a not overrated sidearm, there's Eagle putting one to a perfect spot. Jumping back to the first form check of the day, a forward view of this. This is actually perfect to watch his footwork. Just the back foot never seems to cross the plane of the front foot, just kind of transfers the weight.
And you actually brought it up to me, Brian, the relationship with the similarity of the left shoulder of a pitcher. How you swing that left shoulder back, and that counter rotates, gives you that counter rotation that you can then drive in with your throwing arm.
Yeah, if you watch any submarine pitcher or sidearm pitcher in slow motion, there's so much good content of it on YouTube. It's so fascinating to watch the top sidearm players in our sport stacked up against them.
Oh, Chris opting to go for the forehand into that sloping green, and display of touch right there.
Yeah, not too bad, playing the high side. And Tim going safe side for sure, but that's a little bit too safe.
It's a scary putt right there.
It's about 50 feet. He's going to have to float an Anheuser.
This is a mutant.
So he can kind of chop this one on Anheuser and let it flatten with the slope.
Ooh,
Did he get enough?
That came out quick.
Yeah.
It's a stable disc. Does he run it, Brian? Ooh, he didn't want
He
that
does
one.
not run it, Nate. That is a touchy putt, and even if you try to float it with Anheuser, it could hyzer out and float all the way into the OB. And Eagle gave it a run. Out of bounds. Worst case scenario.
Oh, OB on the first two.
And Chris cashes another birdie. He's 2 for 2. Yeah, opting for the sidearm there, and that's where he and a lot of other lefties will differ. A lot of lefties will prefer that turnover to fight against the slope, but he's just so good with that sidearm.
I think he might be throwing the verdict for those touch forehand.
Touch forehands, he's thrown a verdict, and then a felon for a lot of the other shots that he wants to throw. He does also have some straighter felons that don't look like a new one. Ezra taking a tap in. Par there. Tim's going to do the same. This hole actually averaged a 4.13. People were taking quite a few fives here, and you see with Eagle, it's so tempting going for that birdie.
The Combat Commander has enough space for all your discs here and everything else you need here. We beefed up the construction while keeping it lightweight and made sure there's ventilation so you can stay cool while waiting for your friends to throw because you just outdrove them. Or while you're looking for your disc in the OB. Either one.
Hole number 3, 407-foot downhill tee shot. Somewhat low ceiling, requiring the player to club up a little bit to have enough speed to get down to this basket. Such a fun shot.
Love this hole.
Again, $1,000 for an ace on this hole. The ace bounty is on hole 3 all week.
And that creek, that OB creek is just right in front of the pin and kind of forces the players to beef up on it a little bit. Oh, and that's just going to swallow Chris's
and
shot up.
It's so heartbreaking, especially now
it.
he has to take it on the other side of the creek, 35-footer.
Yeah.
It's so tiny, too. It's only a few feet across, like you said. And he's going mid-range here.
It looks like an A series. There's no way, though, right?
Actually, could
Could
be an
be with-
A4,
Yeah,
actually.
with the way that he was throwing that. What a
And
shot
look at that.
from
That
Ezra.
park job. We got to give him a form check on this one. Ezra has clean pop. And, oh, I just love his timing. He does kind of lean into the throw a little bit more than some other players, but oh my gosh, it comes out of his hand so clean. That's just body English at that point, folks. Undertaker from Tim. He has these flippy Z ones with the team stamp on them. If it comes back, he might.
No. He could have just stopped right there. Instead, it skipped up into that creek. That's unfortunate.
They really want you to just absolutely pin this shot. They don't want any shot sliding up to the basket. Is he going mutant on this?
No, this is PD
Okay.
that he's throwing on this forehand.
I almost had a heart attack. Like,
Yeah.
oh my gosh. And he doesn't like that. Wow. Really low. And 25 feet for par. So this is a big circle 3 make for here for Tim. And right away you saw it was low. Just feels like such a robbery of a bogey.
I hate to see it just fall out like that. I love Chris's routine. Like when he starts that motion, you know when he's going to putt.
Yes.
Like he sets it up, and has this kind of whole swing that he does. Little rhythm.
It is really interesting when you see some of the best putters that do have those long routines. You can just tell how much focus they put into it. I don't even know if sometimes they know what they're doing after a certain point. And that is not too shabby from Ezra. Tap in birdie. I believe that was an A4. Wow. Nice casual jaunt over.
Sad bogeys.
Yeah. Yeah. Some sad bogeys on 2 decently solid drives. That's how it goes. Moving into number 4, Nate. Love this hole.
432. Chris is going to swing this hyzer out over the water. Eagle's going to attempt a big spiking forehand. Oh, Ezra going with the turnover. This shot is so touchy.
Because you have to turn it right before it flattens,
Get down.
or else this happens.
Did that stick?
Oh, and
save?
it's stuck on the
Wow,
hill.
That's...
Velcro grass.
Yeah, you don't see it stick like that too often.
And is Eagle going sidearm?
Yeah, he is.
Let's see it.
He's got all the distance to... He could get 432 on a hyzer angle. I'm confident in it. This is that new DD3.
And we saw Ricky do it yesterday and miss the putt for birdie. Let's see if this flips enough. Oh, it does. Come on.
No, Brian, it's still rolling. It's still rolling.
That's so
No.
frustrating.
Oh, it rolled 30
Wow.
feet long, then down the hill and out of bounds. This is a nightmare start for Eagle McMahon. I hate to see it go down like that.
Oh, and it landed so softly, and it took that nice nestle. It was an inch away from hitting the base. That's so frustrating to watch. And I was potentially going to make a bet that Chris was going to go flex sidearm, because he sometimes pulls it out on some of these outrageous shots.
That would be nasty if he did that.
But he's taking a safe 3 on this one and is just realizing that he wants to just par this all weekend. And Tim is doing the same thing. It's a very high-level backhand shot, what Ezra did. This one also averaged over par 3.16. A lot of people doing similar things to what Eagle did. Okay. And it's not even that steep of a slope. We saw steeper slopes at the preserve.
Yeah, that roll was brutal.
And this is another par putt from Eagle from out of bounds. The man is working hard out here. Yet another par putt from out of bounds.
Yeah, 1 over through 4 with 3 OB strokes.
And these are the moments where the champion's mindset comes in. You can't give up. Oh no, Tim. Oh, that's heartbreaking. Eagle has reminded him of the rethrow rule. So he doesn't take an extra stroke penalty going out of bounds and then back to his lie. That is a smart move. So this gives him a much shorter putt. Same penalty stroke. And that's a frustrating miss from Tim.
That stings.
And Tim
3 to
being
a
one of the
5.
better spin putters that I've ever played with. That's usually his bread and butter skill. And another short
I thought
putt.
we were about to see another roll.
We both physically almost had
Can't
heart
handle
attacks
it,
here.
yeah.
These elevated pins on the Pro Tour are just nasty.
The Firebird has changed my life. I think that without the commitment shown to me from Innova to make this disc in 2015, I would never have made the leap to take my game to a level where I can call myself a US champion, a top 10 player in the world. In my mind, the Firebird is the greatest disc ever made.
Hole number 5, 5, 5, 5. Just a beautiful downhill turnover, or we've been seeing a lot of rollers shaping down this fairway into the woods.
We had a pretty tough right to left wind. real tough for the backhand turnover and for the roller. It kind of gets those rollers to stand up more toward the creek.
Oh, and he's going for it. And like you said, that might be standing up early, and we'll never know. Actually, might not have been a bad tree for him.
Yeah, might have climbed up that hill.
Yeah. And with this wind, I like this a lot from Eagle.
Yeah, not a bad wind at all for the hyzer forehand. A pretty tough wind if you're trying to start it out on Annie to cover ground. But he just has so much power. You can just hyzer it past the big tree in the middle.
It's going to be a techie shot from where he's at to get to the green. He might be
patent pending or something like that.
He might have some sort of trick forehand. Chris releasing a bit early. It might get a little roll down the hill.
You know, correct me if I'm wrong, Brian, but I just heard the story about the origin of the patent pending. Like the reason they call it that is Kenny and Barry were both doing that shot in their battles, in their heated battles at the same time, and no one was certain who started it first.
Yep, exactly.
And that's the truth.
That is
that's
the story that I've heard as well.
Okay.
Two super competitive competitors that are rivals, and yeah, I think they both thought they invented the shot, and
that's pretty sweet.
The patent will always be pending.
This is one of those greens something about the turf really makes you want to get onto it.
I know.
Too, you can just lay up, and you can actually lay up short and still be in the circle. You're gonna have a 28-footer from short of the creek, but it just players really want to cross. Yeah, to just land it on the turf.
Yes, it's so satisfying to pull it off.
I got so giddy the first time I played this hole in 2017. I couldn't believe it was like a playground for disc golf.
Yeah. No, it's so much fun to play out here because I will say it's after playing Northwood Black, this is not the hardest course we play on tour, but it is a blast to play.
Ooh, dunk it.
And Clemons almost puts it in, and he's about circle's edge. And this is what you were talking about. I mean, he hit a tree to get to this point, but he still has a run at the basket. Little safe. It's going to be taken apart from there. And Eagle is going to be giving us one of those beautiful nose-up spin putts that he's been so solid with this year.
And he needs this. He needs to get on the board.
Yep. Weak side, too. Perfect speed. Yeah, please show us that. No wobble at all. That is just a perfect release. It's so challenging to get a disc. That's almost like a traditional golf putt. The arc was perfect. The speed was perfect. The disc landed in the basket. If there were no change, it might have still stuck.
Yeah, I think so.
Oh.
That was a funky one.
Weird nubbage.
That was some weird nubbage. You are right.
I agree, Tim.
Weird nubbage.
Seemed like it was
like
already
that.
in. Ooh, Chris just kind of lobbed that one in there.
Chris is playing pretty solid other than the previous hole. Hole 3, he's really not playing that bad.
Yeah, the better putters are really able to down tempo whenever they need to.
Yeah.
You have to have a certain level of confidence to be able to release your putt slower and change the height and change the trajectory a little bit.
Rather than just having one speed.
Or, kind of getting nervous and firing it.
Exactly.
Hole 6, tough par 3, uphill, moving from left to right. A lot of players opt for the roller because of how forced over this one is and how short the run-up is.
Is Eagle? He's rolling this one.
This is an essence, yes. He likes to roll this one. Actually, I think this disc has no choice but to roll if he throws it.
Yeah. Wow, yeah, that is understable. And that just did not have enough cut on it. We watched Ricky yesterday put one to circle one's edge with a pretty overstable roller. He leaned all of his body weight into the shot. Ezra likes throwing the roller. I don't know if this is his roller disc, though. Yeah, he's going air shot. Oh, come on. Oh, my.
That really got denied. He was going to be past the pin.
And that's why roller is a pretty optimal play here. That was a really solid air shot, and that canopy is so thick.
Hey, here's that forehand you're talking about.
Oh, yeah. Wait, what?
Forehand roller. Come on, catch it.
Oh, that was so close to being ridiculous. This is what I'm talking about. I don't even get to take lines from Chris when I play with him.
It's not your shot.
We are
forehand
the
roller
opposite.
Out the gap.
Yeah.
That's cool.
He's so unique and so solid at the with the choices that he makes. And Tim's leaning on this one.
Do you know what Tim's rolling?
He rolls a few different discs. He likes to roll a Thrasher.
Are people rolling the... Oh, he's rolling... He does like to roll the Thrasher.
He does.
Yeah, that's probably what that is. Are people rolling the Scorch?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, people are loving the Scorch. I believe at OTB, Paul was rolling it when it came out.
Okay.
I certainly roll it for my distance rollers. And Eagle with a pretty solid little air bounce jump putt. Oh, and Chris's forehand roller was just a couple degrees of cut away from absolute brilliance. And it's just been a slow start for Tim. And on the previous hole, previous hole having just, like he said, weird nubbage, like just finally throws a good putt. And Ezra's going to be taking a simple 3. This is not an easy birdie. Even though you have the backstop, you have all these little guardian trees blocking your way. Yeah, this one averaged a 3.78. Or, sorry, a 2.99. That was the previous hole. Right at par.
In this game, preparation is everything. It gives you that edge to become something from nothing. Success is not by accident. Because the course plays no favorites. You know what it takes to be the best. In this game, detail matters. Idio Sports.
We've closed a chapter on the first part of Idlewild, and hole 7 kind of starts a new chapter.
Yes.
Lines started getting a little tighter.
Yeah, we go up the hill, 484. Like you said yesterday, plays like 600. It plays a lot longer than that, and this is not an aggressive tee shot. This is a hit the gap, stick it on the ground tee shot.
Yep. With the forehand, you can't throw it too fast because you can't fly too forward. You need to finish right and up the hill if you want the straight shot.
Oh,
he kisses
a little bit of a roll bounce, and he's at a spot where his sidearm can definitely stretch out and snap something up there. Still going to be tough for him.
He's on the Idlewild roller coaster, Brian.
Yeah.
He needs to find that counterbalance.
Ooh. Ezra with a touchy turnover. Gorgeous. Yes, you know what? We're going to jump back to Ezra again from the front. And again, oh, his legs are just so well timed. The positioning is so solid.
I know what you mean by when you were saying that he leans into his shot a little bit.
Yeah.
With that front shoulder.
His final plant step, I think, is a little shorter than a lot of other players. And I think that's what happens. He plants a little early. And Clemons, no.
Oh, he just rolled backwards.
just all these little
Our card's getting worked today,
bits
man.
of misfortune happening. And
Absolutely.
we've played here so many years, Nate, and this is not surprising. This happens.
It happens
There's
here.
always one player on the card that seems to just not find a rhythm, and the course just punishes them.
And you go straight to a drop zone if you throw it OB here. And the drop zone is just this incredible uphill straight shot, getting a great view of it right here. It's probably 330, but plays closer to 380, and it's only 8 feet across.
Oh, and I don't think he threw that. Yeah, he kind of chopped it, popped it nose up. And this is what I'm talking about. He's going to be able to snap a sidearm up there, I think. It's going to be a tough shot. Oh, he's going roller. He's pin high. I was thinking he was going to take that mutant out or something and put it on a hard Anheuser, but
Yeah, I'm with you.
risky shot, but he is up there for a putt. And Tim, this again, like I had mentioned, this is something that I think he's very underrated at. Oh, so close, but he's still rolling. Yeah, pin high.
Yeah, circle one right there. Phenomenal roller. Curious to see where Eagles ended up. I couldn't quite see it finish.
I think he's a little farther right. And Ezra has a tight gap to hit here.
Yeah, tough little hyzer. Ooh, he
Ooh,
goes
he's
middle gap.
Nailed it.
Great shot.
Edge of circle one. Bit of a misfire on the patent pending. And this is eagle for birdie.
If we could just all learn to use our opposite hands, we would never have to patent
Must
pend
be
again.
nice.
I think about that sometimes. I'm like, let's go, Eagle. There we go. Getting under par. What an up and down.
And he's been putting all day. And like you said, he just needs to get on the board. And he finally gets it. Gorgeous uphill putt. This is big for Chris, too. 30 feet. Oh, yeah.
I think we're about to see 2 forehand roller birdies.
Yeah, Tim is due for a birdie, and he's due for a solid putt. Threw a fantastic scramble roller to just outside circle one, it looks like. Yes. You can just kind of feel it. Great call.
Our card is rallying.
Yes.
I feel better already. It's hard. It really does. It's hard, guys, to watch. I mean, these are our friends. These are our
fellow competitors.
Our fellow competitors.
Yeah.
Thank you, Brian. And we never want to see them fail out here on the course. We know how tough it is to struggle. Yeah. And when you're rolling away into the OB, it's tough for everybody.
Tough. And speaking of which, Ezra has yet to find his rhythm on the putting green. So many solid tee shots. Moving into number 8, the par 5. We saw some eagles.
Definitely eagle opportunity here. It takes a good drive. It really plays for the right hand forehand Anheuser. The right hand backhand is really pinched. Eagle going PD here. You need this one. You can't really see the gap from the tee. You know where it's at. You know you need to be inside the deep wall of trees and on some Anheuser angle.
Yeah, this is Wow, that looks really good. That's really, really good.
That's way up there.
So let's jump back actually and showcase his Anheuser form here. So
Yeah.
this is a hard chop.
I noticed that the angle that he brings it back on is pretty similar to the angle that he releases on. That's something I like to teach when I'm sharing my
Complete
thoughts on
simplicity.
the forehand is the less you have to try and change it last minute, the better off you are of hitting that desired angle.
Yeah, there's less guessing. There's less guessing at the end.
You'll see players as they evolve that will change it last minute. Like, for example, Ricky Wysocki.
Yeah.
He'll grab the disc vertical on the backhand and then just change it last minute into a flat shot or a hyzer. But it's not something that you really teach.
No,
the
that's an
fundamentals,
intuition at that
the
point.
intuition.
You know, he's not thinking about his mechanics. He's thinking about the release point. And at that point, as long as you're balanced and you're moving in the right direction, that's all you need. But it's nice to see someone like Eagle with a complete blank slate of a forehand. Oh, and Chris. Oh, no, there's a sleeper, and he didn't even see it.
I loved that angle. And you have to cut it tight. You have no choice, especially on the lefty
Dang.
backhand.
No. It's got to get left, he says. And it just takes the nastiest little 3-foot kick right. I feel
it's
this,
a full
Nate.
stroke of a difference right there.
Just playing here, you play a practice round and you never find yourself in these positions, and then in tournament you get the tiniest bit of a right kick, and you're in a place that you have never been to and that you have no shot from. And Ezra's
Look at this
throwing a
late
little
drifter.
hyzer flip.
Oh, so close. It has to get lucky. If you're trying to push that right side, there is a pretty clean
Yeah.
gap. Again, sets up great for this forehand Anheuser that stables out at the end.
Ooh, Tim,
Pushing that left side a little much.
still not bad. Gives himself a long look. Yeah, I think a trick on this second shot is if you just push the tree line, if you just go straight, you're 50 feet.
Yeah, it's a good way to
So
look
you
at
don't
it.
have to bend the corner if you don't want to. If you just want to give yourself a look, like Eagle right now. Oh, Lord.
What a shot from way...
That was that
pinched.
mutant, huh? That flexed all the way out.
That just hovered on the ground. That he was so far left that I'm surprised that he even still attempted
It's not
that
easy.
shot. Man, that's the shot of the front nine so far.
Clemons puts his to a good spot as well. Oh, boy. And I wasn't sure if he was going to try to hit the frame. I suppose a little stall putt is fine. Tim is just happy to be up there. Oh, okay. Riding the elevator all the way down to the lobby.
That's where that pace really,
Exactly.
it means something. I mean, that's
Mm-hmm.
partially luck, but it's partially because he's putting it with the right speed.
Those are always coin tosses. You know, when you hit the bottom bit of that top band. And
Eagle for an eagle 3 on hole 8.
that was a nasty flex. I thought he was going to do exactly what I was talking about and just push the tree line with one angle,
Yeah.
Anheuser, and he went boom, flat, and faded out somehow. Disgusting eagle.
Yeah.
Hole number 9, 258. We are slowing it down here.
Yeah, speed control really is the name of the game on this one.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, this is definitely the name of the game. Oh, okay.
Yes. Going grenade. And I've had the discussion with Kev Jones several times because, you know, it sometimes gets a little hate out there from some of the fans that, you know, he's just blasting it over the top and not throwing the intended line and everything. But it's a special skill to be able to throw a disc that vertical.
Yeah, grenade is not...
Not everyone... actually, the majority of the field is incapable of attempting a grenade on that steep of a line.
Oh, I think it's extremely entertaining.
Yeah.
Throw as many grenades as you want, Eagle McMahon. And this little flippy putter hyzer flip from Chris, still hitting.
Oh, that's still 50 long? That was so
still
slow.
hitting and going 50 long. You have to land it, it seems like, before circle one if you're throwing something with that counterclockwise spin. And Ezra's going to be short left, having to throw a flex sidearm here.
He didn't look that comfortable on that tee. He kind of looked a little nervous throwing that forehand.
And he's been throwing those beautiful putter turnovers all day.
Yeah.
Again, when you have both options, you just have to pick one. Oh, give us this floater here. I saw exactly what he was trying to do. A little bit more nose up. Solid.
That was a great angle for that putt.
Yeah, that was. It was a tough position for him, too. It's a good par save. Oh, yeah, there's that spin putt from Tim. Nice and floaty. Easy zone chip down here.
It's a good turkey.
Turkey to finish off the front nine. That is a relief for Tim. He's picking up some steam.
Moves him back to even.
Yep, there's a par for Eagle, and that is a solid comeback for Mr. McMahon after a slow and heartbreaking start. And as Clemons taps in his par as well, that will wrap up the front nine for us, folks.
I love this park. This is Boone. It's a county park, Boone County Park. We're just across the river from Cincinnati, right next to the airport, actually. The planes will be flying over this course.
And as you see, Paul Macbeth is making his jump. Another one of the great wood players. Lots of golf left to play. We will catch you on the back nine. Make sure to subscribe to Gatekeeper Media on YouTube again. And we will see you for the back nine.